I currently am in PowerPoint 2007. However, you were able to do this in 2003 as well. I'm at a blank presentation. What I can do is basically put anything on this slide, and then what we do is we save it as a JPEG file, which basically takes a snapshot of the slide. So I'm going to click on Design, choose a design. I'm not going to teach you how to use PowerPoint within this video tutorial. I'm assuming you've had some experience with PowerPoint in your previous computer courses. Give it a title. I'm going to go ahead and call this Telling Time Lesson. Kind of taking the scenario that you have a telling time lesson that you're putting as an artifact, and this image is going to give the viewer just some quick ways of seeing how you are very aware of multiple intelligences and learning styles when you develop a lesson. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Insert Clip Art. Now you can get your pictures from anywhere, okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and use clip art within Office at this point. I typed in video, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this image, insert it, and I click on it to move it over here. I can always get the cross on these objects and move them up and around. Okay. If I want to add a text box, I go to Insert, Shape, Text Box. Click and drag that text box, and watching a Discovery streaming video. Okay, and I can center that. And I'm going to make this font a little bit larger, simply because as we make this slide a smaller image file, we'll want to make sure we can still read the text. So keep that in mind. I like to bold it. There we go. Okay, so students watched a great 2-minute video clip in Discovery Streaming that talked about telling time, had some real-world application for telling time. And then the other thing we did is they actually created their own song on telling time. So I'm typing in music, and we'll find a picture file here relating to music. Okay, we'll grab some maracas here. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to click on this text box, right click on the text box. Actually, you have to click right on the edge of that text box, and I'm going to say copy. I'm going to paste it. And then I'm just going to drag it over here. Now I could have inserted a whole nother text box. However, this way my fonts will be the same, and I just need to highlight over the top and type in new text. Students wrote a song about telling time. Perhaps we'll even just put they sang a song. Although they certainly could have wrote one, taking their knowledge and putting it into a song. Okay, and then we'll put in movement, see what we get here. Not very great images. How about kinesthetic? No clip arts for that. We'll put walking. And we'll grab this picture. It's not the perfect image. It's a great image. Isn't that cute? All right, let's resize this. And then I kind of need to adjust these a little bit. Move this up. Kind of make that a little smaller. Move that up. Adjust this. And I'm going to put here, I'm going to paste that text box. Once you copy it, you can paste it multiple times. And then we'll say movement. Students created a clock on the gym floor and became the hands and the numbers. Okay, this is a great activity where they actually make a physical clock, and the hands have to move about to the right direction, and the kids represent the various numbers by holding the clock numbers in their hands. And it's very kinesthetic. So ideally, if you are developing this for your portfolio, taking a digital picture while your students are doing that activity and then going insert picture from file, putting it here on the slide, very powerful. Matter of fact, in many of your lessons, you could create this type of collage using pictures that you've taken to show a sequence of activities. For example, you're doing an inquiry-based science lesson. Perhaps you take a picture of the students writing down their prediction for that science activity. Then you take pictures of them actually engaging in the exploration of that science inquiry-based lesson. And then, of course, maybe at the end, they're graphing their results. They're sharing their knowledge. So you can really visually, through a collage, show the important components of that lesson and just your knowledge of good teaching methodology. So let's say this is perfect. This is all we want to add to this, okay? Once we have this here, we want to save it as a PowerPoint. The reason you want to save it as a PowerPoint first is if I want to edit this at all, if I notice I want to make a change, then I need to be able to come back to the PowerPoint and edit it, okay? Now, to save it as a picture file so that it basically takes a snapshot of this slide, I click on the Windows button, go to Save As, Other Formats, and then I click on the drop-down arrow next to Save As Type, and I want to save it as a JPEG. That's a picture file. I click on Save, and it's going to ask me, do you want to export every slide in the presentation or only the current slide? I only have one slide, so I'm going to say current slide. However, if I had 5 different slides that I wanted to have snapshots of, it would do that. It would save all 5 of those slides, each as a JPEG file, in a folder.